avenue. I'll take you to a house where they hang carpets on the wall. And if we go there on a Sunday, there's a song I'll take you through.
Hello, everyone! From the Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream waters, these songwriters at Open Mic America will sing for you and me. Each one of our singer-songwriters is part of the beating heart of American music, that tapestry of story and song that has been weaving us together for generations. We're so glad you're here with us tonight, the Sunday before Merry Christmas. Yay! And it's our opportunity to see everybody before the big week and enjoy some original music, original voices, and check all these wonderful songwriters out. We look forward to seeing everybody in YouTube land, and we're going to have a wonderful interaction so you get to know each and every songwriter. We hope you enjoy it just as much as we do. This is going to be a relaxing, fun event and inspirational, definitely. We also will be here for a couple hours, give or take, so sit back, get your favorite beverage, settle into a comfy chair, and enjoy. But first off, we have our team introductions. My name is Alice Osborne. I am your co-host. Pete Summer is your co-host. He's from Mountain View. I'm from Raleigh, North Carolina. And we have TK Tran from San Jose, and he is our beloved sound engineer, keeping us all straight this evening. The lineup of our singer-songwriters, I'm going to share their names, their state, town, and their favorite open mic that they currently attend, virtual or live. First up, we have Jane Canfield. She is a returning performer, and she is from Turnwater, Washington, and OpenMicAmerica.com is her favorite open mic. Our next performer is Andy Karn from Mountain View, California, and his favorite open mic is Open Mic America too, because we are awesome, aren't we? 2 in a row. Michael and Nell from Nashville, North Carolina are our third performers tonight, and we're so lucky to have them. They have their favorite open mic is Far West, and that's based in San Francisco. It's a virtual open mic. Next on the list is Eljuapo, and he is from Portland, Oregon, and his open mic is The Pharmacy, and that is based out of Portland. Great to have you here. Jim Gratza from Kingman, Arizona. Fiddler's Dream is the virtual open mic that Jim attends on a regular basis. Next up on our list is Rob Cork from Beaverton, Oregon, the Influence Music Hall in Hillsboro, Oregon. That's another virtual open mic. So you can stay safe and play your heart out and get ready for all those live performances, which will come to us sometime down the line. Matthew Chambers from Roanoke Rapids, North Carolina. The North Carolina Songwriters Co-op is his favorite open mic. It is a nonprofit organization I am the president of. We put on a lot of performances throughout the year, and I have to say one thing, Matthew Chambers has been a wonderful volunteer in the past with us for sound engineering, so kudos off to Matthew. I actually know him as a real person, so that's pretty cool. Next on the list is David Cooper from Brisbane, California, Freight and Salvage in Berkeley, and he attends that a couple times, and that is just right across the bay where he lives in Brisbane. And last on our list, and our returning performer, is Ernest Whaley from Eureka, California, and he attends the Bistro Waku in Cuenca, Ecuador, and we're so happy to have him here tonight. Well, everybody, this starts off our program. Hey, everybody, and we are going to start off our show with Ernest. Are you ready? He's almost ready. Oh, I'm sorry. It's the wrong person. I was so excited. I got the wrong person. I'm so sorry, Ernest. Jane, you are up.
Hi, it's great to be here.
Great to see you.
And it is a privilege to perform for you again. I feel so lucky to be part of Open Mic America. I had the privilege of being at the first Open Mic America, I believe. So here's my song, Santa's Lullaby, which was inspired by a children's book I loved when I was a girl, and I still love it. He's loaded his sleigh, he's on his way, with all of those toys he's been making every day. And as he glides along, he sings a song. When reindeer fly to Santa's lullaby, you'll know it's that night of nights when children dream of magical things, tiny elves, fairy wings, dancing round sweet moonbeams, while reindeer fly to Santa's lullaby. It's so quiet, soft and low, like downy clouds, like falling snow. While reindeer fly to Santa's lullaby.
Wow, really great.
Original Christmas music, yay!
Well, actually, both of mine are going to be Christmas songs tonight, and the next one is The Best Gift of All. And speaking of gifts, Open Mic America obviously has been a wonderful gift to me, and I want to thank for everyone who's volunteered and participated to make this happen. I've got some names down. I'm sure I'm missing people. I hope I don't offend anyone. I just thank everyone who helps. I want to thank Capo Dave, Daphne, Pete, TK, Alice, all the talent. It's just been a joy to be part of this. And of course, the listening audience. This is the best gift of all. There we go. Well, it's been quite a year, and I'm so glad you are here. Yes, it's Christmas, and you're the best gift of all. Lots of presents under the tree, but you're what really matters to me. Yes, it's Christmas, and you're the best gift of all. All the treasures and wondrous things you could pile around the tree could never compare to all the joy you bring to me. Having you here by the fire is all I truly desire. Yes, it's Christmas, and you're the best gift of all.
Oh, that was very nice. Wow, that was a great job.
I have a question for you. Can I ask her a question?
Yeah.
So what's your piano? What are you using for a piano?
I'm using a piano I use for recording, and it's also a wonderful, it's great for open mics that I used to go to and have
I mean,
to,
what brand is it?
it's a Yamaha, and it's
okay.
125, the P125.
Electric piano.
Yeah, it really doesn't have that good of a sound unless
Oh,
it's.
I thought it sounded great
Oh,
because
thank.
I've got a Kawai I'm going to be using here, so I just wanted to know what you had because you sound so good.
Well, if it's
That's all.
up to speakers, it sounds much better. It sounds good on Logic Pro, but not so much live. But I haven't figured out Logic
It
Pro.
sounded great. That's
Thank you.
You sure did, Jane. All right, I'm turning it over to Pete. He's going to ask you some cool questions.
Oh, thank you. Jane, how are you doing? How's beautiful Tumwater?
Well, it is beautiful. How did you know? It is raining as usual this time of year, but I like the green.
Raining in Washington? That's
Yeah.
unusual, isn't it?
Yeah. So, um, yeah, maybe
Yeah.
when there's a place
Well,
called.
good. Well, welcome here in this holiday season, and thank you so much for sharing those two holiday songs. I guess that would be our first two gifts to unwrap this evening, and we have many more to go from the rest of the gift givers that are on the docket tonight. So in this time of reflection in these past couple of years and so forth, I'm going to go back even further. Let's turn back the clock just a little bit. What would you tell your 20-year-old self if you could go back in time?
Um, Keep playing the piano. I quit for quite a few years, so I think I would have played the piano more and enjoyed music in my 20s and early 30s more than I did.
That's great. Yeah, I think I tell myself the same thing. Any New Year's resolutions that you're kind of toying with?
Write more songs.
Write more songs. Well, we're looking forward to that New Year's resolution to come to fruition. So thank you so much, and welcome back. And
Thank you.
we'll see you in 2022.
Thank you, Pete, and Happy New Year to you and all that.
Y'all too.
Our next performer is Andy Karn from Mountain View, California. You ready, Andy?
Ready as I'll ever be.
And I really like your open mic screen in the background. That is dedication.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. So, boy, those were great, Jane. So I think I'm going to continue that with a Christmas song. I finally got around to. I've always wanted to write one, and I finally got around to writing one. And what started it all is that my wife and I were driving during the Christmas season one year on the interstate up the San Francisco Peninsula, and we saw a guy who looked exactly like Santa driving a powder blue '57 Chevrolet. So maybe somebody out there knows who that is. Uh, I mean, I'm like, did you check out the car? It's Santa. Santa's driving the car. So anyway, so here goes my song. Anyway, it's called Santa Clara Santa. Santa Clara Santa is a Silicon Valley dude. Loves it sunny, loves it cool. You know, he loves the California food. He loves Mendocino, loves Monterey, loves to drive up to the city in his powder blue Chevrolet. That's Santa's sleigh. Santa Clara Santa does what Santas do. All that gear that you want all year, you know he brings it all straight to you. If it's a shiny apple, a raspberry pie, if you've been good like you should, then you know Santa is your guy. Yeah, that's no lie. You know Santa and a Santa, a Santa Fe Santa too, likes to go surfing with Santa Cruz Santa when Christmas time is through. Santa Barbara Santa too. Likes to go surfing with Santa Cruz Santa when Christmas time is through. Santa Clara Santa is not what you call svelte. You can't drink all that Christmas ale without letting out your belt. Wears that crazy red suit, size 52. Big white beard, but it's not weird. It's just how Santa Clara Santa do. Yes, it's all true. Merry Christmas to you.
Yeah. Let's go.
Okay, thank you. Let's see. For the next one, that one was called Santa Clara Santa, and this next one is by request actually, and this one is called Mar-a-Lago. So let's all imagine ourselves having Christmas down in the tropics. The scientists say the changing climate is due to a so-called intelligent primate. Down go the glaciers and up come the sea to take the man to the manatee. The Palm Beach Chamber of Commerce planned to keep Mar-a-Lago up on the land, but the island's most famous resident doomed it when he was president. Oh, Mar-a-Lago, blub, blub, blub. Somebody overflowed the tub. Come join the underwater club at Mar-a-Lago, blub, blub, blub. In America, all men are free to go hog wild on a carbon spree, but the CO2 from your SUV is turning the land into the sea. Mar-a-Lago, blub, blub, blub. Somebody overflowed the tub. Plenty parking for your golden sub at Mar-a-Lago, blub, blub, blub. '17 was the time to fix the damage to the global climb, but the White House said it was just a hoax, and Mother Nature likes her jokes. Mar-a-Lago, blub, blub, blub. Somebody overflowed the tub. It's Mother Nature's final snub at Mar-a-Lago, blub, blub, blub. Down once. Mar-a-Lago, blub, blub, blub. Down twice. Mar-a-Lago, blub, 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 blub.
That was great.
Thank you
Nice,
so
Andy.
much, Andy.
That was great. That sounded like a sing-along to me.
Oh, that
Oh,
was a
sure.
total sing-along.
Blub, blub, blub. Very nice.
Thank you.
That was nice, Andy. So I guess you know who built Mar-a-Lago?
No, I don't.
Marjorie Post of the Post cereal family.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, and that was one of many presidential type places that she resided in throughout the years of her life. Anyway, just a nonsensical, wasted piece of trivia. Anyhow, so how you been doing? Haven't seen you in a while.
Well, you know, the Open Mic America keeps getting more popular, and I see we've even gotten outside of North America tonight. So this is definitely a great a great success that's happening. So I get on as often as I can. You want to put in a good word with me? Pete? for me.
Well, if you ever come to my open mic and freeze, we did one Friday and it was very cold. It was in the 40s.
Oh God, yeah.
Outside. Yeah, I go. So this is much nicer and warmer to co-host this event rather than to freeze at Zoe's. And Menlo Park shouldn't be that cold. Anyhow, so our question for you, I heard this asked a couple of weeks ago of someone. Are you self-aware or self-conscious when you perform, and how do you deal with it?
I'm concentrating pretty hard because I will forget everything. I'll forget every note. I'll forget every word. So I'm not. There's sort of a level of awareness where it's kind of flowing, and then there's a level of awareness when you're like, "What am I doing again?" And then that's the point where you screw it up, basically. Like, what verse am I on again? I don't know. What I like to do is be so familiar with the material that, and of course I'm not always, because like this song's this last song's brand new, the one before the Christmas one. What I like to do is just be so familiar with it that I can think, well, how am I gonna put a little spin on this phrase or do this a little differently or whatever. And I don't have to worry, well, what is the word again? But a friend of mine who was in barbershop told me that the thing to do is learn it so well that you can't do it wrong.
The old muscle memory
sounds
type.
easy, but
I can't remember my name most of the time, so it's lyrics are beyond me. I have to check my. Oh, thank you. God, don't tell anybody.
Okay.
I'm in witness protection. So any resolution? Pardon?
It's not working.
No, it's not. Any resolutions for you coming up for the new year?
I survival.
Yeah.
That'll be great. Make it to Christmas next year. Yay. That'll be great.
Yes, and get out in the world. Anyway, well, thank you so much for sharing, Andy, and it was wonderful hearing you again, and see you again soon.
Great to be here.
All right. Alice.
Thank you, Andy. Thank you, Pete. And we have Nell and Michael. Michael and Nell from Nashville, North Carolina. Please take it away.
Whoa. Just a second. We're not from North Carolina.
I'm sorry, Nashville, Tennessee. I am so sorry.
Nashville, Tennessee. There's a Nashville, Indiana.
Yeah, I'd never heard of a Nashville, North Carolina. Maybe there is one. I don't
There
know.
is one. My apologies.
We're
Take it
from
away.
the real Nashville, the real one. Okay.
The real one.
Music City, USA.
So, we
Okay.
have 2 songs for you.
Yeah, thanks
the
for
first
having us.
one-
We appreciate it.
Yeah, it's nice to be here.
Okay, the first one we're going to do is a song that I wrote called Talking with Their Hands. And I just want to say the second verse is about a woman named Heather Whitestone. She was Miss America in 1995, and she is deaf. So she talked with her hands. That's what that verse is about. And it goes like this.
You the beat?
He's always shy and quiet when you talk to him off stage. But when he strokes that fiddle, he's got a lot to say. Oh, he plays with soul and fire in a voice that must be heard. He'll make you cheer and make you cry and never say a word. Talking with his hands, coming from the heart, speaking so we all can understand. He's touching us, talking with his hands. In a classroom full of children who have never heard a sound, there's a beauty queen who dared to dream she'd someday wear a crown. Like them, her world is silent, but her story's full of hope. She tells them life will take them anywhere they wanna go. Does her talking with her hands, coming from the heart, speaking so we all can understand. She's touching us, talking with her hands. A plumber and a lawyer, a waitress and a priest, all pitched in to build a house for a poor family. Oh, hungry, sore, and smiling by the time that they were through. Oh, they don't brag about their work, that's not what they do. They do their talking with their hands, coming from the heart, speaking so we all can understand. They're touching us, talking with their hands. Oh, they're touching us, talking with their hands.
Nice.
Thank you. Next song we're going to do is called Welcome Home. And this is the title cut from our latest album.
That we put out last year, and the worst possible time to put out an album in the middle of the pandemic. But the album did get to number 5 on the International Folk Alliance charts, and we're happy about that. So this is a song that some of you California, I'm from California originally, so in fact I'm from San Francisco, so I can really relate to this. This is a song about how difficult it is to find a place to live that you can afford these days. It's happening in Nashville. We're just building all the stuff, and none of our musicians are going to be able to afford to live here pretty soon, so it's a real problem.
Yeah, kind of like San Francisco. We haven't quite got to that level yet, but basically what's happening, and it's happening, as Nell said, in many cities in this country, the major cities, working people are being priced out of the housing market.
Yep, and we need them to keep our whole world running here. So here we go. This is called Welcome Home.
You've been living all your life here in this town. Now bulldozers are tearing houses down. Rent has got so high you can barely get by. Still, this is your neighborhood. Welcome home. Evicted, now we're sleeping in the park. Raining cops and no rest in the dark. Your body's feeling old, but you're left out in the cold. You need a place to live. Welcome home. This is our city, where we all dream of a better life for our family. Everybody needs a home that they can call their own. Here in the land of the free, you traveled from the battles in Iraq to flag waving and lots of empty talk. We will not forget, we owe you a debt. Now you've come back to our town. Welcome home. You fled your country middle of the night. Sky was black, no border guards in sight. You're building a new life for your children and wife. We're glad that you are here. Welcome home. You came here thinking that you had a shot. Now you're camped out in the Walmart parking lot, playing smarts for tips, waiting for your ship. We want to hear your songs. Welcome home. We clean your hotel rooms, teach your kids in school, put our lives on the line when fires burn. We're drivers, waiters, retail workers, caregivers, and cooks. We can hardly pay our way with what we earn. We will not be destroyed by the wrecking ball. This city, it belongs to us all. Children should be safe, everyone should have a place. All together now we say, welcome home. Children should be safe, everyone should have a place. All together now we say, welcome home.
Thank you so much, Michael and Nell. My friend Angela Parchetta, she just moved from Raleigh to Franklin, Tennessee because of housing.
Well, Franklin's not one of our cheaper cities, unfortunately. It's a suburb of Nashville. It's actually probably the most expensive city in Tennessee. So I hope good luck. I hope she finds a place to live.
She's doing great. Thank you all so much for those beautiful songs and of topical importance. And I'm turning you over to Pete.
Oh, thank you so much for sharing those. And how long you been in Nashville?
Oh, Michael?
I came here in 1987, and Nell came here in 89.
Oh,
And
okay.
she was here for just a little while, and I swooped her up.
There you go. There you go. Yeah, I was in Nashville, gosh, about 6 years ago, and it seemed like they were just starting to do the high-rise building.
Oh my God.
And I haven't been back since because I saw the writing kind of on the wall. I mean, all the good places all the places that musicians just gravitate to, and then high rises follow.
Right.
You know.
Our musicians are still downtown playing for tips. Hey guys, let's not forget that.
Yeah, exactly. So,
So here's a question for you: did you get down to the Gulch? It's where the station is.
The station.
I don't believe so. Unfortunately, I spent more time in New Orleans than I wish I would have added more days to Nashville. But I was just there for 2 days, and it was a whirlwind bar hop. Speaking of that, so you've been in Nashville for a while. So what's your favorite place to play there, and tell us about your favorite performance in your Nashville career. Or elsewhere, it doesn't matter.
We got to play at the Ryman Auditorium.
Oh.
And that was that's it.
That was interesting.
Pinnacle. That was an interesting, yeah. So that was one of our high experiences. But we used to put on our own shows here. We used to do something called Music for a Better World, and we would do shows, songs of social conscience, and we did that at several Douglas Corner, which was one of our favorites, and it's gone, by the way.
Yeah, Douglas Corner is gone. It got swept away by the pandemic, unfortunately.
They had it.
Merv had what I considered to be the best sound system in town.
Analog
Board.
Great.
This sound was better than the Ryman, actually.
Give me an analog board. Yeah, I did spend I did do the tour of the Ryman, and that was just it's sacred ground. There's no doubt. There's places that are that. Freight and salvage out here is hollowed ground also.
Sure.
Chorus.
But thank you so much for sharing, and look forward to hearing more from you. And I need to get back to Nashville before it gets totally.
You can't afford to come here anymore.
Yeah, probably so. Probably so. Well, the beers were $5 a beer. What are they? 10 or 12 now, or 15?
Probably.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you so much, Alice.
Good to be here. Thanks for having us.
Thank you both. Eljuapo from Portland, Oregon is our next performer. And his favorite open mic is the one that was just mentioned by Pete, Freight and Salvage in Berkeley. Please take it away.
The song's called The Fire and the Rain. And I usually write, a lot of the time I'll write to an image, so yeah, just kind of a fall sky is kind of what inspired this song. In the fire of the rain, sunset blazes through the pyre that lights the sky. Of all that comes to you, in the burning echo of the night. What you've never had in the space between your breasts, on what can't be had. They say freedom is a gift. This gift ain't no gift at all. You've been wanting more friends, you're still wanting it all, and you turn the light on inside your mind. With darkness in your head, you're talking with your ghost. Walking around half dead. There's no way. You've seen brighter days. When I feel it all, remember darker days that the light of you has shone through those many ways. And when you preached it all, hear those ocean waves, cold embraces all. Light dances on the waves. Until we make it. Won't survive until we make it. Still the chill, dark into the depths. Your rays light upon you, ocean overswept, and the mind is still the chill. shore, and the colder wants and wants and wants. Wants you wanting more and more. Till we make it.
Thank you, Eljuapo.
Welcome, you're welcome. The next song is called Letter to Frankie, and it's kind of a funny prompt. Young little ladies do ask me sometimes, like, where's your wife? So I decided to write a song about that. Here it goes. Ask me, Frankie, where my wife could be. Those eyes of yours staring back at me. Every little lady wants her long-lost friend to sing at night of the happy end. To sing at night of the happy end. This road you're on will twist and bend. God don't promise how the road ends. Maybe it turns sideways and turns out wrong. We forget the words of your favorite songs. We forget the words to the favorite songs. When you cry to the hills, 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 when you cry, can you be filled? When you cry to the hills, when you cry, can you be filled? And the road you're on isn't full of answers. And the road you're on is full of second chances. And the road you're on isn't full of answers. The road you're on is full of second chances.
Wapo, everybody. And quick correction, Wapo attends the pharmacy in Portland, Oregon, and that's the first and third Tuesdays of every month. Are they still active there, Wapo?
Yeah, they allow for a lot of live performances. They have a lot of open slots, so you can play. This is a great place to play a long set.
Oh, that's awesome. And then just get all the kinks out before you have a real performance, a real performance.
Sure,
I know
sure.
what that's, yeah, I do that a lot too. Well, thank you so much. I'm going to hand you off to Pete.
All right. Thank you so much, Alice. And thank you, Wapo. Tell me about the name origin. That's your stage name, correct?
It is. I think I chose Eljuapo. I never saw the movie The Three Amigos, but that was what I was thinking of, and I just kind of I thought of that kind of a little bit of a he's a little bit of a character, and I think I started out my very first open mic songs were a little bit more comedy than they were serious music, so it kind of went along with this stage name, and yeah, I've had fun with it. I usually have fun on stage with it.
Okay. So you still do have comedy type of songs in your act?
Oh, well, I mean, when I started out, I'll still do some entertaining ones that people love. There are covers that I'll do that are fun.
Huh. Okay. Cool. So do you play any other instruments?
I do. I play the banjo and I play the cello.
All right. What's your favorite instrument?
I still like the guitar. I still express most of my emotion through guitar. I'll write songs on the banjo, but banjo is you've got to work hard to make that a palatable instrument with other people, especially around when banjo is accompanying. So I do play along with others, and yeah, and I have some pretty sensitive pickups on it, so I've got to make sure whatever I'm playing really is going to add to the music and not take away.
Yeah, I play banjo also. I try and couple work with accordion players most of the time. Banjo and accordion seems to be a good fit. I'm kidding. So anyway, well, thank you so much, Eljuapo, and
Yeah,
for sharing your songs.
no.
Yeah, and we'll look forward
Yeah, no
to
problem.
seeing you again. Take care. Alice.
Yeah.
Who's up
Jim
next?
Gratza. Jim, you are next. And Jim is from Kingman, Arizona. And Fiddler's Dream Virtual Open Mic is based out of Phoenix. And that is where Jim regularly attends. Please take it away.
All right. Okay. There's a song I wrote a couple years ago. Something I was going through and someone else. Anyway, it's called The Good Captain's Wife. She's a captive, no ransom to pay. Locked in time in the hours of the day. But at night, the good captain sails away. Like a gypsy, a cowboy, I'm told. No horse or cattle. Destiny's call. Too much time on with Lord and my arms. You lie, whisper and sigh. Little princess, your tower grows cold. Misty dreams I bring heart and soul. But at night this good captain sailed away. but tonight I'll be holding her tight. Lost his course, ship went to ground. Faded memories, all that was found. That was the last good captain sailed away. Beautiful lady, tear down the wall. Don't hide it, destiny calls. Too much time on the whip for my own. You lie, whisper outside. She's a captain, no ransom paid. Locked in time in the hours of the day. But at night, the good captain sailed away. Perfect story is so hard to find. Magic of love that was long left behind. Here I am if you want me to be. Your love can set me free. Okay, so I first started going to open mics way back in 2014, and I actually walked in there. I had a lot of this one written on a table napkin, so I don't know. That's what I was going through at the time. See what it sounds like. As discretion of lately has taken a flight, you may say it's wrong, well, it may not be right. Getting too tired to put up a fight. I'm taking the last train to Rio tonight. Yeah, the beaches are warm and the ladies are hot. Could be a dream, well, like it or not. As the options run thin, it's all that I've got. I'm taking the last train to Rio On the far side of town, there's a station, they say, where the train pulls out at the end of the day. It's a blind engineer who senses the way. If your ticket is punched, you'll leave today. If you ask why I'm taking this ride, when Buffett explained, I believe that he lied. So I leave it to you, so you can decide. When true love goes south, you got nothing to As the bottom falls out of the love that I knew, I'll sing it to you
Thank you so much, Jim. And I want to say you have beautiful decorations and beautiful light, keeping it light and bright for the season. For the season.
This is the season.
Tis the season. Tis the season for Pete Summer to ask you some questions.
Oh,
is it my turn? Great.
Yeah.
Thank you, Alice. I appreciate the handoff. Jim, well, how are you doing this fine Sunday afternoon? Did you get all your shopping done?
Amazon is a great thing. Yes, I do have most of it done.
Yeah, I got the last gift for my granddaughter that arrived this morning. So I think I'm done, unless I forgot somebody.
Well, I just have a new grandson. He's about 4 months old, so that's going to be pretty fun.
Oh, that's fun. Yeah, my granddaughter's 3, so I got her a ukulele for her birthday.
Oh.
Anyhow, this is for you. So, who's influenced your style, and maybe describe the style you're aspiring for?
In an early age, I would say, the Laurel Canyon crowd, the Byrds, definitely Neil Young and Bob Dylan, of course, and I don't know, just a lot of different people through the years.
Okay, well, good. So, if you got to listen to only one song for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Don't Stop Believin' by Journey.
Are you sure you're not from San Francisco?
Maybe my heart is.
That's another song.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Any New Year's resolutions?
Finished the 30 odd songs that I started writing 50 years ago. So yeah.
Okay, and have you lived in Arizona for your whole life, or are you?
No, I came from the Chicago suburbs, moved out here in '84. So.
Oh, okay. Well, you've been there a while, so you're acclimated, so to speak.
I'm almost like a native almost. So.
Yeah, there you go. Well, thank you so much for sharing your songs, and we will see you in the new year.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jim. Thanks,
Thank you.
Pete. And up next, we have Rob Cork from Beaverton, Oregon.
Hey now.
Hey, Rob. And can you introduce your partner? Yeah.
This is my wife, Penny. It's a good thing you said that, because that was what I was going to tell her. Penny's my songwriting partner, so she writes the lion's share of the words to these songs. Occasionally, I get editing privileges. I was told I wrote the bridge for this first song, which is kind of nice. These songs are hers as well as they're mine. So I just happen to be the guy with the guitar and the vocals. So. Interesting connection. All you guys from the Bay Area. I was born and raised in Palo Alto and Mountain View, so I lived down there in the 60s and 70s and moved up here in the 80s. So here I am on just over the West Hills from Portland in the Portland metro market in the burbs. But anyhow, so let me play you a song. This is a love song. This is an older song of ours. It's called Santa Cruz Sunday. It goes something like this. Santa Cruz Sunday, fairy tale Sunday, that takes you by surprise. Live up in that cool, cool water, leave our footprints in the sand, brush your hair back, let me kiss you till the sun surfaces again. Now I can run without fear of falling, because I know you'll catch me halfway down. With a whisper, love is falling. Float together, never touch the ground. step outside and see that cool air. Sunny day, rain cloud, silver raindrops, a blessing from the sky. Now I got no fear of falling, 'cause I know you'll catch me halfway down. With a whisper, love is calling. Float together, never touch the ground. I never thought I'd be one of the lucky ones, but there you are, reaching for me. Just another work day, still a fairy tale I'd say, if you're open to surprise. Make our coffee on this cool morning before we head out on our way. Love you, miss you, one more kiss to get us through the day. Now we got no fear of falling, 'cause we'll meet each other halfway down. With a whisper, love is calling. Dropped off feathers never touch the ground.
Beautiful.
Thanks. That's like I said, that's an old one. And on occasion, I actually, if you hear me leaving out a line, it's like, what was the line earlier? It's like, where was I? What was that next line? It's like, anyhow, this is the latest one we've written. Actually, this came up as a result of you heard about the Influence Music Hall. Our friend Evan Acey, who may very well be watching this, is doing church services this week, Christmas deal, and he's like, "Do you guys want to play? You guys want to play a song? And furthermore, do you want to write a song for it?" You know, and this was a week and a half ago. So anyhow, this song just came up as a result of the Christmas song challenge, and I also happened to take this guitar to the shop to get set up, and had a set of Nashville tuning strings sitting around, and so you got that instead. And this song came up as a result of both that challenge and this tuning. But anyhow, it's called Angelic Golden Wings. It's kind of a bluegrass thing, so hope it's cool. Stringing the lights on the Christmas tree, in his heart he talks to her, unpacking a favorite cherub figurine with that church bells ring new angelic golden wings. Angelic golden wings, the joy of the season brings. Oh, he misses her so much, but he knows she's held with love and angelic golden wings. Never had a notion about love or heaven till she became his wife. She read the word and he understood there's more to us than just this life. More beyond this life. He sees the rising in every face as they gather round the table in prayer. Fragile are these simple things, like angelic golden ways. Angelic golden ways, the joy of the season brings. Oh, he misses her so much, but he knows she's held with love and angelic golden wings.
Thank you so much, Rob. And hey, Penny. And I'm turning you over to Pete.
Yeah, Rob,
Your
thank you so
songs.
much
Thank you.
for sharing that. Did you go to school here in Palo Alto, Mountain View?
I went to Gunn High School. Actually, I was at Castro Elementary School
Okay.
down Clark Street. My folks' starter house that they bought in the '60s is worth. I looked it up on Zillow, like I don't know, $2.5 million. It's the same house, three that little ranch house with an extension on it. It's and then I went to Graham Junior High School, and then we moved back to Palo Alto, and I went to Gunn.
Okay.
And then University of Oregon's my alma mater. I was at Texas Tech for a minute, but
So you like it? You like it there better, obviously. Yeah.
This, when I first came up to the Northwest, it reminded me a lot of what the Bay Area was like when I was a kid. I remember getting in the car with my dad and driving up to San Francisco, and there were actually orchards between Palo Alto and Menlo Park, and between Menlo Park and Burlingame, until you got like to Daly City, right? And now,
Well, yeah. There's a couple of trees. Yeah. I grew up in L.A. so in Hollywood, so I've been living here for the past 35 years, but I definitely didn't experience the orchard phase here in the Bay Area. But it's a little different. I always aspired to come up here to Haight-Ashbury, to the San Francisco Sound, but Laurel Canyon was just as dynamic, and as David Crosby would say, music and cross-pollination increases the value of music and the worth of music. So it's great that we all share and hear and collaborate and listen to each other on venues like this, in spite of the challenges that we have for live right now. So, and I thank you all for being here. But Rob, what single achievement are you most proud of in your life?
Well, I'm one of those people who got here the hard way. I was never known as a young person for making the easy decisions or the sound decisions. So I've racked up some 25 years almost of clean time and sobriety after having been a very naughty person. So I think that's probably the big one. That and the next one is finding Penny and actually managing to stay married for a while. This is my longest relationship that I've had, and I'm not exactly a spring chicken, so I think I must be doing something right finally. Hey, before I let you ask your next question, I just want to shout out to Dave, who's on YouTube watching now. Capo Dave saw me on another local songwriter deal called Songwriter Soiree, and swooped me up and asked me if I was interested in Open Mic America. And I think this is number 3. So apparently I'm doing something right. I just want to express my appreciation to you guys, because this is a great venue.
Well, great. It's great to have you here. So have you been doing music all your life, or is that your main source of income, or how do you look at it?
Well, trust me, if I could make a living doing it, I do some production. I play electric guitar. I sing in a trio. Do a lot of this original stuff. I collaborate with other people. My day job is, I work for the Red Cross as a blood guy. I have a straight job, but if I could make my way primarily in music, I would. I started off in orchestra as a kid in elementary school, and all that kind of thing. So, and somewhere in my mid-teens, the guitar was a lot cooler.
Absolutely.
And I like the trombone player. That was kind of one of the motivations, I suppose.
Yeah, well, you had a good musical foundation, and that's always important. Well, thank you so much for being here, and thank you for coming back. And we will definitely see you in the new year.
I look forward to it, brother.
Take care.
Thank you, Robin Penny. And our next guest is Matthew Chambers from Roanoke Rapids, North Carolina.
Hello.
And Matthew and I are both members of the North Carolina Songwriters Co-op, and that's where I met him. And he found his way through Open Mic America by viewing several shows that I shared or someone else shared on the good old Facebook. Take it away, Matthew. So good to see you.
Hey, can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
All right, great. Well, thanks for having me, and it's great having a venue like this. I've never done anything like this online before. I think it's going to be a great experience, and I want to thank everybody involved in putting it on. Especially the sound guy TK. I've been the sound guy before, so I know what that's like, and everybody involved. Just I've run open mics, so I know what's going on behind the scenes, and you just meet so many different people, and you get to have so many good experiences with music around and with people. So I guess that's what it's about. I've got a conundrum. I have near a couple hundred songs, and so I had to narrow it down to 2. So I thought that my strategy would be to I would do my newest song first, and then I'll do one of my significant older songs to follow up. So I guess I'll get started. Stop flapping my gums here. This is called Without Feeling the Blues. Flash of light, the sun breaks through, clouds, fog, and mist, the morning dew, illuminating purple, gold, pink and blue, onto all the darkness hides, revealing what is true. Black branches of spring trees cut silhouettes against the sky. Small shadows move as creatures animate to life. The songs they sing remind me of the morning news. Oh, I wonder if I'll end this day without feeling the blues. Well, I wonder if I'll end this day without feeling the blues. Without a broken heart to win instead of lose. To feel just once that things will go my way. Is Is it too much to ask for as I look up to pray? I've heard it said you should be glad just to be alive. But it takes all you have to give, just trying to survive. There should be more left at the end of the day than drawing bills from a hat to see which ones will or won't get paid. Well, I wonder if I'll end this day without feeling the blues, without a broken heart, to win instead of lose, to feel just once that things will go my way. Is it too much to ask for as I look up to pray? Is it too much to ask for as I look up to pray?
Thank you so much, Matthew.
Thank you.
A beautiful sounding guitar.
Yeah, it's unique, all right. Small bodied 12 string. This is made by Morgan Monroe. I don't think they make them anymore. I was lucky to get it a couple of years ago. I call it my 12 string shotgun. Yeah. Anyway, that was my first song, Without Feeling the Blues. I'm going to switch up a little bit here to, I guess this was the first song, the one I'm about to do, after maybe writing a couple of dozen songs. This was the first one that I wrote that I felt like was a real song, you know. And so that's what I'm going to do. I bet all of you can think of a song that was like a turning point for you. This is called September Girl. September girl, another year's about gone by. Thinking about some old days, ain't it funny how time flies? Do you remember, girl, the way it used to be? We were never more alive, never more free. Well, I'm thinking about changes that we've been through, thinking about friends we've left behind, considering the chances that we used to take. It's a wonder we ain't lost our mind. Well, it's a mixed up world, it's hard to see what it's about. The place we ended up, it ain't where we started out. Through a child's eyes, we saw it black and white. It's harder now to see what's wrong and what is right. Well, I look ahead, I can't see where to go. It's all confusing, all I know is I don't know. I search for someplace safe where I am not afraid. I may have been there once, wish that I had stayed. It's September, girl, another year's about gone by. Think about old promises, how we made each other cry. If you were here right now, what I'd most want to do would be to hold you and forget the pain we put each other through. We could not see changes in the weather. The wind just blows us farther down the line. I guess that there's no such thing as forever. We're lucky for just little bits of time. Oh yeah. All right.
Thank you
you
so
all
much,
so much.
Matthew.
Take care.
Good to see you at your first Open Mic America, and I am passing you over to Pete.
All right, Pete.
Hey Matthew, thanks for coming in. Wow,
Thanks,
that's great. It's a little late in the evening for you now, huh? Where you are?
Getting a little patchy there.
Yeah. Is it a little late in the evening for you there?
Yeah,
No?
we lost him.
I'm here.
It
Yeah.
goes in and out a little bit.
There he is. Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, Matthew, so how do you feel the internet has impacted the music business other than me slipping in and out?
It is pretty much like turn the music business like completely inside out and upside down until it's like something nobody recognizes or even knows how to handle or do anymore. So it's all going in so many different directions, you know. It's like blah, you know. It's like a shotgun and everything. Everybody's throwing something out there to see what'll stick. But I don't see a lot of quality coming out, you know. But they're throwing a lot of songs out.
there's a lot going on and a lot of opportunity to hear other musicians and just a lot of quantity. So how do you feel it's gonna end up? Think it's just gonna go back live totally, or this is here to stay?
Eventually.
Yeah.
Eventually, but that's going to be a while. I think we're getting ready to get hit with that Omicron thing, and I think things are going to get. I don't know. I hope they don't. Things might get shut down again.
Yeah, I hope not. Anyway, well, thank you.
Hope not. I hope things can get back open. I want things to open back up. I'd like to get back out and do some open mics myself. You know.
Yeah, absolutely. I did 3 shows this past week, and now I'm thinking I think I got to dial it back a bit. So
yeah, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyhow, well, happy holidays to you. And do you have any resolutions that you're looking towards?
Oh, just to keep on keeping on. That's all. I'm just riding the rock like everybody else.
There you go. Another trip around the sun, right?
Yeah, man.
There you go. Okay, thank you so much, Matthew.
It's been a pleasure.
Who's up next?
Thanks, Matthew. And we have David Cooper from Brisbane, California. And Freight and Salvage in Berkeley is his open mic preference. And we are so happy to have you, David. Please take it away. Oh, you're muted, sir.
Okay.
Good.
I think you can hear me now. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can
Oh,
hear
good,
you
good,
now. Thank you.
I can hear you too.
Great.
Hey, well, I want to thank you all. This is very nice to be here. It's my first open mic online, and certainly the first one on Open Mic America. So thank you for putting it together. And this is just a real pleasure in this Omicron day that we're living in. So I'll just do a couple of songs. This is a song called Long Time, which I wrote in the car, if that makes any sense. I had to stop the car and actually hum into my phone this melody that I came up with. Anyway, this is Long Time. Take me from prison, cut off my chains, lift me to heaven, take my life. It's been a long time since I've been home. Lost me a thumb, working the line. Everywhere I look, there's grit and there's grind. It's been a long time since I've been home. I work all the day, then I work all the night. Corn and potatoes to keep my mind. It's such a long time till I'm going home. But I ain't seen mama in nearly 7 years. Well, I stole me a hawk, judged it to me. Son, you gotta come and I hope you see. It'll be a long time till you see her home. Said I to the judge, judge, look at me, skinny as a stick and nowhere to be. I took the judge right to feed me. What did prison? Ain't that strange? They threw me a Bible and told me to change. I've been along one of these days. Seen mama in nearly 7 years. Well, I was walking through the fields and I wrote me this song. Give it up for mama to make me strong in my soul. I'm already home. Well, I stole me a hog, you did the same. Hunger makes you crazy in your brain, in my soul. I've always been home. I ain't seen mama in nearly 7 years. Mama, in nearly 7 years. No, I ain't seen mama in nearly 7 years. Thank you very much.
Thank you, David.
I'm going to change pace a little bit and do a slower and possibly sadder song, if that's possible. I don't know. That last one had a little redemption to it. I think he found some redemption at the end of that song. This is about two poor lovers that are departing, and they're saying goodbye. And it's called Starlight in the Color Blue. Thank you. That's always that E string. Here we go. Starlight and the color blue will make me think of you. Soon it will be time to go. The moon is moving slow. The coldest waters will part too soon. The breath we hold inside. Starlight and the color blue will make me think of you. Starlight and the color blue will make me think of you. Soon it will be time to go. The moon is moving slow. Rivers will flow and grass will grow and life will carry on. Every time I take a breath, it'll make me feel so blue. Starlight and the color blue will make me think of you. Soon it will be time to go. The moon is moving slow. The coldest waters will part too soon. The breath we hold inside. Starlight and the color blue will make me think of you. Starlight and the color blue will make me think of you. Moonlight and the stars at night, and I'll always be with you.
That was beautiful, man.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
So much, David. Thanks for being with us.
Yes, it's a pleasure.
Your first open mic virtual.
It's my first open mic virtual, yeah.
Yeah, you did great, like a pro.
Thank you.
And you will answer questions like a pro with
Oh dear.
Pete.
Yeah.
Okay.
David, I know how much you're looking forward to this.
Yeah,
The
Pete,
questions,
lay it on,
right?
lay it on.
Yeah, I know.
ready.
I have to say that I glance over and I see you on the screen there, and I go, oh my God, John Lithgow is on the show.
Oh, I've never been told that before.
You haven't?
No, never.
Anybody agree with me? Does any just raise your hand? Yeah, okay. Where's the
John
Progresso
Lithgow.
chicken soup? I mean,
it could be worse.
yeah.
Boris Karloff, or there's some.
no. Anyway, I meant it as with the utmost respect and compliment.
Thank you. Yeah, he's a good actor.
Yeah.
Or was, I don't know.
He's still.
Is he still going?
I think he is. Let's not announce anything here tonight. We don't want to scoop CNN, right?
I'm out of the loop. I don't know what he's doing.
We'll just get Progresso soup and we're good.
All right.
So what made you want to become a musician, David? Is this kind of your full-time gig, or are you?
It's certainly not full time, but I do spend a lot of time at it. It seems like the older I get, the more time I spend at it, because maybe I'm getting old and I want to do something. But originally, I've always loved music since I was just a little kid. I grew up with my parents playing a lot of musicals on the hi-fi, Sound of Music, and all that stuff. And so it gave me a little, I think, an interest in melody. I think I grew up with a lot of melody around the house, and just always loved music.
Yeah, good foundation.
Yeah.
So what would you tell your 20-year-old self if you could go back in time?
Practice. Maybe practice more. I didn't really get into playing music in a serious way until my 30s, and I did play earlier. So I probably would have said, come in. It's time to come in. Go to your room. Practice your guitar. I'd probably say a lot of other things too, but that's.
Well, did you play guitar when back when you were young? But when you were younger than 20, or
I did, yeah. No, I
okay.
played since I was in junior high. I just didn't play very seriously. Maybe I was a noodler on the guitar, and I did that for years and didn't really write anything appreciably.
It's never too late, right?
Never too late. No, I
Never
enjoy
too
it.
late.
I love it.
Never too late.
Yeah.
Well, again, thank you so much for being here, and I will see you out in the world sometime soon at
For sure.
one of the many places that
We'll
we
do an
frequent.
Open mic. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Nice to see you, and thank you, everybody.
Take care, David.
All right.
Our next guest is Ernest Whaley from Eureka, California, but he's in Ecuador right now. Ernest, take it away.
I am. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. You sound great.
Okay. Yep, I'm in Cuenca, Ecuador. I got here October 2nd, and my baggage and my guitar arrived on the 13th because they left them in San Francisco. I left my bags in... never mind. That's a whole other story. And yes, the guitar is working. This first song is, I grew up on a mill town on the East Coast in Connecticut. And it was the kind of mills we had were like iron foundries, and there was a wire extrusion mill and stuff. And I went off into the armed forces, and when I came back, basically everything was boarded up, you know, shuttered, windows broken. It kind of reminded me of a relationship that had gone bad, and that's where this song came from, and I call it Broken Windows. Broken windows, loneliness in my heart, lonely rooms in the house of my heart. Oh, why she left without a word. She left my heart breaking. I know, it's folly to try and think about the dreams we've forsaken. In the broken windows, I see broken pieces of my dreams. And you took it all, took it from my heart, took it from my heart. And I know I should have been calling you, oh, and giving you all the things you needed me to, and I should have tried longer, oh, and harder. But now I see hindsight is showing me. And I know, yes I know, now I know, you had to go. Oh yes, now I know, and now I see hindsight is showing me. And I know, yes I know, now I know, I know you Thank you. Did I get a little bit distorted there at some point?
A little bit, but it was okay.
Okay. I happened to notice that happening. This next one is this is what happens when you become too deliberative in your thought process. And I was in a relationship, and my partner said, you know, if we're going to live together, we'll probably need to get married. And I said, okay, let me think about that. And evidently, I thought about it a little bit too long. And this is called I Don't Know Why You're Looking. Because when I finally did make up my mind, she said, I'm no longer interested. I thought about running so I wouldn't see him sitting close where I want to be. When you said I don't love you, you said I don't love you. I knew we were through. You said my romantic plans just don't include you. It's not easy to take back my heart when I give it away. Love doesn't flow and then stop the very next day. She said, don't pursue me. I said, yes, that's only right. Oh, but there's one thing I want to bring out into the light. I will still love you, though I'm not in town. I will still love you when the heavens come down, down, down. Just once in a lifetime, once in a lifetime. Does it come around? I don't know why you're looking, don't know why you're looking when I'm already found. It's not easy. It's not easy. No, 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 it's not easy. It's not easy. It's not easy to take back my heart when I give it away. You know that love doesn't flow and then stop the very next day. Just once in a lifetime does it come around. I don't know why you're looking when I'm already found. I don't know why you're looking when I'm already found. I don't know why you're looking. I don't know why you're looking. I don't know why you're looking when I'm already found.
Woo!
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, that's my most fun song, I think, that I like to play. It's because I'm just a rocker at heart. You know, I hear that with a whole band
I know, I feel that.
blasting behind me and the whole thing.
I felt that, Ernest. All right, you got Pete right now. Pete,
Great
take it
stuff,
away.
Ernest. So, did you relocate? Did you move to Ecuador?
I'm in the process.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I just, I got fed up with the political climate. And I got tired of people throwing stuff at me out of cars and yelling, and I didn't go back in the woods anymore because I got shot at a couple times. So I just said, I'm done.
Well, our loss is Ecuador's gain. And sorry for the reasons you had to relocate. But you're still that South America, North America. It's all open mic America.
Exactly.
There you go.
I'm only a plane ride away, so it's
aren't we all? Whether we get on a plane or not, we're just a plane ride away. So. I was hearing a harmonizer. So are you using a harmonizer, or is there a group of people behind the door?
Yes, I'm using a harmonizer.
Okay.
That is actually against the rules, but we're not going to kill you for it, Ernest. Don't worry.
Well, I was going to apologize before I actually used it because it's how I perform.
We'll talk about it later, but it sounds great, but it's a slippery slope. Everybody knows that, as soon as we start that, pretty soon, we try to keep it stripped down and keeps everybody on a level playing field. But you sound great, no doubt about it, with or without the gizmo. Sorry, just needed to say that.
Okay, well, I appreciate it.
All right, Ernest, if you could shoot me the brand and name you're using of that harmonizer, that'd be great. But back to the music, and remember, folks, no wagering. This is not a competition. So what skills have you gained that help you perform effectively as a musician?
A thick skin. I've played rooms where there's nobody in it at all, and or everyone's watching the TV, and I just said, well, at some point I just go, I'm just going to play, and I'll do my best to find that one person in the room who's paying attention. And if I can't, then I know I'm paying attention, so I just go, this is life, and I'm getting through it.
There you go. So what do you do to make that connection with your audience? Any tricks you can share?
I tell stories. The stories are more involved in all of these songs. So I give them they all come out of my growing up and my relationships, et cetera, et cetera. So I just basically tell them, this is what I went through, and I'm sure that some of you can relate to this fact that you took too much time to do something, et cetera, et cetera. But I sort of cut the story short because we've got a limited time frame here.
Yeah. Well, life is an ongoing story, and it can be in verse or song or whatever, and it's and how we share this, on this platform here is wonderful to circumvent the world.
I agree.
Yeah. So have you been playing all your life? When did you start playing?
Oh, no.
No?
I started out as a singer, and in high school I sang in a James Brown horn band, and I was the only black person in the band, and I had the least amount of soul of anybody. I was into Peter, Paul, and Mary and the Kingston Trio, and the band leader was always screaming at me to scream like James Brown, and I go, no, I'm not doing it. And I didn't do it until the night before I went into the armed forces. We were driving around and sort of talking, and James Brown came on the radio, and so I did my James Brown scream, and he just turned around and he was livid. He said, why didn't you do that in the band? I said, I didn't want to.
Well, better late than never, right? I mean, come on. Yeah.
And it's, I ended up in California. I ended up, in the same town with Eddie Van Halen and his brother, and we would pass in the night or in the day, so to speak. We at the local music store in town. They had a theory lesson right after I had a music theory lesson, which never stuck because I still don't know what chords I'm playing. I just make shapes with my hands and get sounds coming out. And it was like totally blew me away when I was in Northern California and I heard on the radio, and this is Van Halen's latest, hit. Now, because there had been like a 7-year gap, and I remember them as these kids in high school, and I would just went, whoa. But at the time, I got into working in aerospace and got married, had kids, and didn't start playing the guitar until I got divorced. And that was in 2007, I think.
Oh.
And I still don't play the guitar. I just beat on it.
Well,
I admit it to people. I say, yeah, you're a guitar player. I'm a guitar beater.
Yeah, well, it sounds good, Ernest, and I thank you so much for being here. And we'll see you in 2022. And good fortune to you.
Yep. Everyone stay healthy.
Yeah, you do the same. And our anchor of the evening is Michael McNevin from Fremont, California. Michael.
Hi.
Hi. Good to
Okay.
see you.
Yeah, you too.
Hey.
Alice, thank you. Pete, everybody, TK, doing this and letting me come in a little bit late. I had a little operation on my foot. I got my leg up. Don't worry, it doesn't hurt. I know you're all concerned. I'll be running from a train very soon.
Cool. Hey, Michael, what is your open mic that you go to on a regular basis?
Well, the ones that I attend most are West Coast songwriters.
Mm-hmm.
When we can. I haven't been doing a whole lot of them online. I run one. I run a gathering on Wednesday nights on my Zoom. And I used to have jams at my shop. I have a little venue in Niles where I live. But I wouldn't call those open mics. The West Coast songwriters are the ones that are the most, more dear to me over the years. I think I hit my first West Coast open mic in 1991, 30 years ago, when it was the Northern California Songwriters Association, NCSA.
Wow, it's a wonderful group, and
Yeah.
I joined it a couple months ago.
Good for you. Yeah, the Freight and Salvage. I was playing the open mics at the Freight and Salvage, the regular open mics there in Berkeley. I lived there. I lived in West Berkeley in a butter factory for about 3 years, early 90s. And it was up the road, so I could kind of go up there and play there Monday nights. And then through the Monday night open mics, the regular ones there, I found out about NCSA and started attending those. Yeah.
All right, Michael, take us away with your songs.
Alrighty. I'm gonna start out. I'm actually normally at my shop about a block away from here, but I'm being a homebody today, after the surgery, and so what you're seeing behind me is sort of my fake mud puddle shop against one part of my wall in my place, and that's just a Willie Nelson handkerchief. It's not a real presidential poster. This is called Aluminum Oasis. I got a dog patch of sand and a place for my rig. I got a 30-foot trailer and a porcelain head. I got a Joshua tree and a 10 by 12 shed. You take the queen and I'll take the sofa bed. Come visit sometime, come visit sometime. Aluminum Oasis, if you don't mind the drive. I got cold beer and cribbage, AC and propane. Come visit sometime, and I'll do the same. You can fry an egg on 15. It's a money mirage to the motels and tow trucks and a Barstow garage. Too hot for a hammock. I'd rather get out of Dodge. Need a shade tree mechanic. You got room in your yard. Come visit sometime. Come visit sometime. I'll tune up your caddy. Won't cost you a dime. If it rains cats and dogs, honey, I won't complain. Come visit sometime, and I'll do the same. Dear big avocado trees grow low-hanging fruit. Do they shade the hot side of the house? Lucky you. Could an old Spartan trailer sit under 'em too? Would it bother the neighbors? Are there jobs I could do? Does your faucet pour water from the Hetch Hetchy Dam? Could the grass there be greener? Picture this if you can. With your rose-colored glasses, oh dear Polly Ann. Could you see yourself loving Yosemite Sam? Now the buzzards in Barstow circle high every day. This ain't no bird bath, it's a game of decay. 120 degrees in the shade. Nobody would miss me if I headed your way. Or come visit sometime, come see me sometime. J. Paul Getty built beauties, and this one's all mine. I got cold beer and cribbage, AC and propane. Come visit sometime, and I'll do the same. Come visit sometime, and I'll do the same.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Sorry I missed the first few acts. And maybe I'll go back and watch the rest of the show on YouTube. It'll give me something to do while I'm laid up.
Yeah, that sounds like a good plan.
Yeah, convalesce with you guys. With the first hour, I'll just lay back and watch it all.
Yeah, everyone was wonderful. Everyone is wonderful. All right, take it away. Your last song, our last song.
Last
of the
song. Here it
evening.
is. I know,
Yeah.
probably running over. I heard one of the guys ahead of, I think, 2 guys ago said something about redemption. So here's a guy. That last one was semi-autobiographical, and this one's semi-autobiographical too. Yeah, a guy that's trying to get some redemption for the things that he's done. This goes out to anybody with a birthday, or anybody who's ever been in jail, and especially anybody who's ever had a birthday in jail. It's called "Get Me Out of Here." Can you bring me a cake with a hacksaw in it? Come back in a month, and I'll be sneaking to the bars. Hide me in the trunk, Drive me anywhere, baby, and I promise I won't steal your car. Get me out of here. Get me out of here. This tail I'm chasing spins around as fast as I do. Perhaps it would tire. Cold water slow to boil. Watching grass grow takes a while. And that grandfather clock ain't no liar. Time's on your side till your lover says goodbye. Bad habits down to the wire. And when the firehouse is burning, who brings the hose when the ladder to my hope is on fire? Get me out of here. 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 Big ideas come and go. Light bulbs overhead flicker to the dead or dull. Big fish, little pond, or the bottom of a bowl, half empty if it was ever full. Neighbors looking in, hey, get a good look at him. All that dirty laundry out to dry. Old saltwater soul stuck inside a fish bowl. There but for the grace of God go I. Get me out of here. Get me out of here. Another hurricane comes. Run for the cellar till the flood water hits the porch. Then it's up to the roof. But the copters and canoes leave you standing on the chimney like before. I've been throwing Hail Marys at every heart I see. It's getting late for a miracle. Poor SOB is soaking wet. One more rope is all you get. Whatever's left, and is it worth another pull? Get me out of here. 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 Can you bring me a cake with a hacksaw in it? Come back in a month and I'll be sneaking to the bars. Hide me in the trunk. Drive me anywhere, baby, and I'll probably steal your car.
Great song.
Thanks. That last part's not about me. I have never stolen anybody's car.
Oh, I don't know about that.
I just love the opening. Hey, this is for anyone who has a birthday. Hey, who's sending you out of jail? Like just the opening, how you introed that song was awesome.
Thanks. I have been in jail, but it was just one night.
See that? I knew it.
A long time ago.
Hasn't everybody been in jail? It's just a...
Yeah, it's a rite of passage, right?
Getting arrested, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
All right, handing you over to Pete.
Michael, how are you? Haven't seen you in a while. Good to hear you.
It's been a while, Pete. Nice hat.
Yeah, thank you. I won it. I got it in jail.
I have one. I've got one nearby. I wore on Friday. When was it? Last Sunday, we did our annual St. Nicholas and Niles benefit at my local cafe. We've done 12 of them this year. Me and a guy named Tom, a friend of mine, we run it and raise a bunch of money for the homeless, not so well off families and seniors in town. So I put my cowboy hat on, and then I fit my Christmas hat over it, and that's my Saint Nick's of Niles costume.
Well, that's great. You're quite involved in the Niles area, and with the mud puddle and doing fundraisers there in that area. Tell us about that, and the mud puddle. I mean, that's just I've never been there, but I've tuned into your shows, and I got to say I do miss your sidekick. Where is she?
I had to put Helen the mannequin up in a corner, elevated up in a corner of the shop because it's a very tiny space, and I had her on a couch next to me as my co-host for my Facebook shows for a number of months, and her name is Helen Waite, and I'm never at the shop unless I'm doing a show, and there just aren't many of them anymore. So they go there, and I'm not there, and they have to go to Helen Waite. So she's up in the corner, and sometimes I spin the camera around to see her. Sometimes I sit in front so people can see her behind me. But it's an old barber shop from the 1800s. It was a pharmacy, and then it became a barber shop in 1923. Excuse me. I've had it about 15 years, and it's just a creative hive for singer-songwriters to play. I've hosted about 160 or 70 songwriter concerts of touring friends. I've probably had about 500 jams and, I don't know, a couple hundred workshops. Now online, the last 2 years, they've all been online.
Yeah, well, I've tuned into some of them, and they've been wonderful.
Thanks. Yeah, it's a fun place, and if you want to just find me on Facebook, it's facebook.com/mudpuddlemusic, and I usually list things there, and it's on the main drag of Niles. It's an old town where Charlie Chaplin filmed The Tramp. It's a cool. I'm next door to the Edison Theater. We have a silent film theater, and I'm in the front yard of the house that Charlie used to stay in when he was living here in the 1910s, making movies. And if you want to this is timely, but the Giving Hope program for the city of Fremont is who we donate our money to. We broke our record this year. We actually had a live event and we ran it on Facebook. We raised $7,000. And that goes into the coffers that they help the seniors and families with the needy families around here. And if there's a PayPal, it's paypal.me/Giving Hope 2021.
Wow. Well, congratulations and thank you so much for doing that for the community. I mean, that's
Pete, you're really overdue. You need to come down and get muddy.
I absolutely do. I absolutely need to. And plus, is Helen playing your Dan Electro?
Helen has 4 or 5 guitars hanging next to her. She plays whatever she wants.
Okay.
She's up there where the guitars hang, where the electrics hang.
Yeah.
I've got my acoustics scattered all over the place.
Well, I missed your Dan Electro tonight too.
Yeah. Oh, you're right. The Dan Electro is actually here with me, but this is my house guitar is a Telecaster. If I'm not playing the acoustic.
Yeah. There you go.
I hope it came through, and I hope that was legal. I do have a loop pedal that I didn't break out. Actually, I sold the loop pedal. It was acting up, and I sold it to somebody with a bunch of other stuff. So.
Well, good. Well, good deal. Well, thank you so much for being here, and I'm hopefully that you're healing well and quickly, and I will see you. I will get muddy soon.
I hope you do, Pete. I mean, I don't know when we're going to have live shows. I've been doing Facebook shows on my wall for the past, I don't know. I'm doing 100. I missed my show because of the operation yesterday. I missed my Saturday morning 10 o'clock show. It would have been number 126. And
wow.
But when they say it's all go and we can get together again, I'd like you to be there.
Absolutely. I've been doing shows, but we can talk offline about that.
Okay, yeah. Maybe you can be a guest on, just like this, we can do a Zoom compadre thing. Okay.
Absolutely.
All right.
Well, thank you so much, Michael, and thank you everybody that's been playing here tonight. I mean, like I said at the beginning, we opened the first 2 gifts, and we opened all of them, and it's a very happy holiday for me to listen to all your songs, and it's definitely a gift of music, and what other gift is better than that for musicians? Anyway, Alice, thank you so much for being here and reining us all in. Take it over.
Well, thank you, Pete. And I want to give another intro extra to all of our performers. We have Jane Canfield from Turnwater, Washington, Andy Karn from Mountain View, California, Michael and Nell from Nashville, Tennessee, Eljuapo from Portland, Oregon, Jim Gratza from Kingman, Arizona, Rob Cork from Beaverton, Oregon, Matthew Chambers from Roanoke Rapids, North Carolina, David Cooper from Brisbane, California, Ernest Whaley, he lives in Ecuador, Cuenca, Ecuador, at the moment and probably permanently. And finally, we had Michael McNevin from the Niles, California area, Fremont, California. Thank you so much, performers. Thank you so much, dear audience. We come together on the first and the first, let's see. We're coming back together on Sunday, January 2nd. Please save the date, January 2nd, Sunday, starting at 5 o'clock Pacific and all other times appropriately. Just go from there. Laura Bordowitz and Capo Dave Williams will be our hosts. And a couple of more things from y'all, for y'all. OpenMicAmerica.com is how to find us. You can get this really cool t-shirt in back of me by going to the green room and ordering your own t-shirt either in white background or black background, just like you see here. It fits wonderfully and feels great. So you can tell all your friends. And we also, there's posters and flyers that you can put in coffee shops, laundry rooms, libraries, any place where people gather so they can tune in. And they can also go to their local open mics down the road, either live or virtual. We want folks who to populate the open mics and enjoy music all around the nation. We had people all around the nation and outside North America tonight. So let's keep working this wonderful opportunity. And we are, so just check out your open mics. We are going to be full force in the new year. And I just want to thank everybody for being a wonderful part of the evening. Everyone worked their hardest, played their hardest, and we had so much fun. So again, thanks to TK, our sound engineer. Thanks to Pete Summer, my co-host, for your wonderful and intriguing questions to get the most out of our performers. And thank you to the audience for being with us for another evening, and hope you have a wonderful holiday. Happy New Year. Please be safe. Please be mighty. There's some really bad stuff going out there in the virus is catching on. So please be safe and love your loved ones. And we'll see you all next year in love and in music.
If you meet me at the corner of Russell and Albina, just about a block from Mississippi Avenue, I'll take you to a house where they hang carpets on the wall. And if we go there on a Sunday, there's a song I'll take you through.